My number 2 pick is surprise, another black metal band from Finland. Behexen. It's the Poisonous Path. This is the one I showed you earlier that has like a goddamn book like glued into the record.
So fucking cool.
Yeah, like there's lyrics for each page, and then there's like a photo of the member and some artwork. It's incredibly evil, as one would guess. I feel like I'm like showing a picture book to children right now.
You're reading us My Pet Goat. Someone's gonna walk in and tell you some bad news.
Well, I mean, I'm sure there's plenty of mentions of goats in here, so that's a pretty apt comparison.
I can see that.
But yeah, also has some pretty cool disc artwork because it only has 3 sides of the record with actual music on it. So if you're one of the nerds like me who likes silkscreen shit on your record, you get a nice demonic Ouroboros here.
So nice.
But as for the album, intense. Jesus Christ, this album is intense. Like it's one of those few records that like has a really, the atmosphere is apparent right from the get-go, which is evil. Some is evil as fuck, and it's different from Baptism. Baptism is a lot more melodic than Behexen, despite them both being from Finland. Behexen is one of the rare Finnish black metal bands that's pretty furious all the time. Again, not that you and a lot of other people honestly don't know the difference. I don't mean that in a condescending way.
There will definitely be some people watching that get it. I'm sure of it.
Hopefully.
Cut to comment section where everyone's just telling you to go the fuck home.
I know. It's like thumbs up for Mario and the
Oh.
times 666, you asshole. But yeah, Behexen, The Poisonous Path on Debemure Productions. Debemure Morte Productions, excuse me, because they're French and I don't know that shit.
Oh.
But yeah.
So my number 2, as previously mentioned, Lemonade. I had no idea what to expect with the Beyonce release.
I saw that people seem to have been surprised that was even on. Like I know Devin was surprised that Lemonade was on. I guess just because.
Really?
I guess I don't know. It's just because.
I don't know, man.
Because it's a pop album, I guess. I don't know.
To a degree. So a little bit of history again. Beyonce performed at the Super Bowl halftime show at the beginning of the year with Bruno Mars and Coldplay.
Oh yeah, and Pissed Off White People.
And when she came out, she performed Formation, which at the time wasn't a radio single or anything, but people got really pissed off because they were dressed in like very militant Black Panther themed costumes. They formed in a giant X as like a reference to Malcolm X. Mm-hmm. And yeah, pissed off white people. And then the Formation music video came out and it had like cops, themes about Katrina, and immediately white people.
I remember seeing part of that.
Oh yeah, and like they had like her and like all these other like black women dressed in like colonial dresses, like they were the slave owners. It was like, oh my god, it was like a super empowering video.
Yeah, that's one where she's like dancing on the car that's like flooded.
Yeah,
I remember that. Yeah, that was a cool video.
The imagery is great, and even to just go that one step further with the video for Formation, this CD here includes the DVD, which is the long form music video.
That's like double old format.
Yeah.
That's weird.
It's a double disc. The second disc is the DVD.
Not a Blu-ray.
Not a Blu-ray,
Holy
unfortunately.
Shit, wow.
But it's all the music videos on here, again, have all the songs on here have a music video. The imagery is breathtaking and phenomenal. The features on here are great. You got Kendrick Lamar doing the guest first on Freedom.
Yeah, his verse was really good on that. Because that was the one you sent me.
I thought that was the best representation because that kind of continues on the feeling of the video from Freedom, of Formation. Which is funny because the video for Formation is all like empowering, and then the song is like, if you fuck me good, I'll take his ass to Red Lobster. And it's like, what?
What?
How does this match?
You're just feeding into stereotypes. Red Lobster? Come on.
But you got hot sauce in their bag. Swag.
But going back to white people being upset, were these white people just like... Was there just... there must have just not been more outlets because Public Enemy was doing way more militant shit than that.
Oh, yeah.
In 1988.
Yeah.
They had like black guys in like military fatigues dancing with M16s with them on stage on Saturday Night Live. That happened. But yeah, she's the asshole for like more or less kind of just doing it on a bigger scale.
And just bringing people and just bringing attention to the evil shit that's been going on.
And that's what I noticed.
Sorry.
That's what I noticed about this is that that's actually in my notes is that quote nice to see Beyonce finally give a shit.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure she's given a shit for a while just as a black woman in general, and I would know that as a white man.
Sure.
But it hasn't been reflected so much in her music.
Absolutely.
There
not,
was no we need to throw off the shackles of oppression in Bugaboo.
No.
Or Bills.
So what you got here is it tells a story. The first track, Pray You Catch Me, is I pray you catch me listening, pray you catch me basically catching you cheating. That's like the realization or finding out that may not even, because a lot of these tracks are not autobiographical, so there may not even be a cheating aspect in real life, but there is for the sake of the album. Which goes into Hold Up, Don't Hurt Yourself featuring Jack White, who does instrumentation on it and has a tiny guest verse.
I guess I shouldn't be too surprised that Jack White did a song with Beyonce. Motherfucker did a single with ICP.
That's true, which is a lot more surprising than
they're both
anything
from
up on here.
Detroit.
Hey! And goes on, sorry, Daddy Lessons, which is a country song.
What?
So, there's the rock song with Jack White, there's the rap song with Kendrick, there's the country song on here that she performed at the CMAs with the Dixie Chicks, which got a lot of people upset because A, it's Beyonce who's been upsetting white people, and the up until now blacklisted Dixie Chicks.
I know, like they kind of disappeared there for a while after they like shit all over George W. Bush.
Yeah, ooh, heaven forbid you talk shit on a president that's white.
Yeah, heaven forbid you talk about an incompetent person.
Yeah, please.
You know what I found out? This is off topic, but Dixie Chicks, they cover like Alice in Chains songs and shit.
What?
Yeah, you know that? Damn it, it's the acoustic Alice in Chains song you explained. Hey, pass the hands of time.
Oh, I think I know what you mean.
Yeah, they covered that.
They did that.
They did a cover of it. It's not like been on an album. No one has there's like crappy cell phone footage of it online though. Of
Weird.
Dixie Chicks covering Alice in Chains.
See, in this case, after they performed at the CMAs, the Dixie Chicks actually posted a studio version of the collaboration for people to download because they knew people would be talking about it. Funny enough, for the first couple days, everyone was talking about it, but CMT, who actually caught a lot of flack because their YouTube channel featured all these videos from that night's performance, except the Beyonce performance, as if they were ignoring it ever happened. And a lot of people gave them shit about it.
That's a big question.
And then they finally posted it like, oh, no, we were just getting around to it.
No. Yeah, they're doing that Pat McCrory backtracking. No. See, I give a shit about teachers here. Here's a penance, teachers. Here's the scraps from our table.
But there's a lot to say. Very varied on here. Songs are very catchy.
Well, the ears are all across the board, and like, oh yeah, there's like, a country song on this Beyonce album and shit, but it's like, yeah, here's more black metal, it's fucking evil.
Look at the artwork, it's awesome and beautiful, and at the same time, dark and...
But it's hard to describe, black metal to someone without just like, here. Yeah.
And I mean, again, it's not big or anything, but got photos from like all the videos
That's
on
pretty
here.
Cool. Goddamn, I imagine the vinyl version of this would cost a fortune.
Oh my god.
Just for that layout.
Yeah, I mean, just feel how heavy this is.
Yeah, notice
there's so many pages.
That's a sick ass booklet. Like, goddamn, I remember there was that's a really cool picture.
Yeah.
That's almost like the Minor Threat photo.
Oh yeah, a little bit.
But I remember
Oh, and then there's from like the Freedom video from the...
More shit off topic. Whenever I bought Converge's Jane Doe on CD, the booklet was so thick that I had to tear off the back page to get it to fit.
Oh my god!
It was like triple the thickness of it.
Jesus! How did it get in there the first time?
It's stupid. I have no idea how they did it. I remember getting this as a kid.
They built the case around the book.
And I was just like angry. I was like, what the fuck? I can't even like read the lyrics because it's like... And it was the one that had like, instead of these like slots right here, it's the dots.
Oh.
The ones that shred every booklet no matter how thick.
That was stupid.
Yeah, they didn't think that through. But thankfully I have a vinyl version where it's a super thick booklet, but it's like this big.
So, without any further ado, what is your favorite album? Oh, by the way, I was gonna say, if Run the Jewels was out, that would have been my number 2.
Yeah, that was pretty good. I only heard
You heard about half of it.
Yeah, and I already liked it better than 2.
Oh yeah.
It's kind of like you said. It's like on par with 1,
Yeah.
and better than 2.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Not that 2 sucked or anything. It was just
No. I mean, I think 1 is the worst. I think 2 is better than 1. 3 is better than 2. I think they're exponentially better.
yeah.
The production work on 2. I'm not gonna need to fucking say any of this, but it's really good. LP went above and beyond.
Are they going to be doing a dog version of Run the Jewels 3 now?
See,
Now that dogs have kind of eclipsed cats as far as internet meme popularity since Doge and
Doge the Jewels, Bow the Jewels. I don't know. I'm gonna say no because I think Run the Jewels 2 was a Kickstarter thing.
Run the Jowls and
Oh,
Bulldogs.
fuck. I'm mad for 2 reasons. A, that's awful, and B, that's so almost obvious that I hate it and think of it, but hey, at least one of us said it.
So they just Run the Jowls, where all of the snares are replaced with pallbearers saying yes. That would not get annoying at all.
No!
You'd have
not for like 12 tracks, not at all.
You'd have something maybe to eclipse that awful Immortal Technique beat.
Oh.
Didn't you even like mention that to Darren on the podcast? Like it's the worst fucking beat ever or something.
I think I may have.
Like on one of the early episodes, you just like mentioned how irritating that beat was.
It's bad.
You're welcome.
Yeah, Run the Jewels 2 would have been my Run the Jewels 3 would have been my number 2. Yeah, it's hard because I didn't really prep what I was gonna say about that, but yeah, just know that would have been number 2.
Yeah, it is it's a formidable predecessor to your number 1.
I'd say so.
Teaser there.
Uh-huh.
But now my number 1 is from a duo from Canada called Gevura. And Gevura requires a lot of explanation because this band is very into Hermetic Kabbalah. If anyone is familiar with that, it's a sect of Jewish mysticism that is like dabbles in the occult and is like pretty far removed from Judaism for the most part. There is the Kabbalic Tree of Life, and the Tree of Life is divided into 10 segments, each one representing the nature of God. The Gevura is the judicial, like justice and punishment side of God, which is where Lucifer and all the demons came out of. So, the name of the album is Hallelujah, ironically.
Exclamation point.
Yes, it actually does have an exclamation point.
Hallelujah!
There's 2 guys from Canada, and it's a massive, massive sounding record. Also has really nice insert, as I showed Mark earlier. Again, it's like a fucking book with really killer artwork. And it's hard to explain the album because there's a lot of atmospheric black metal in that it's very entrancing and almost like relaxing. It's black metal you could fall asleep to. Stuff like Wolves in the Throne Room and Skagos and Ashmore. A lot of these bands that have like a really hypnotic trance-like sound. It's just repetition a lot of the times. Gevura, on the other hand, plays black metal with atmosphere as opposed to atmospheric black metal, if that makes sense. It's still definitely heavy and has the fury of black metal, but there's an atmosphere to it. Like, it's almost, for lack of a better term, a spiritual album. Despite it being very rooted in, like, the Qliphoth and, like, the Tree of Death in Kabbalah and, like, demons. So it's, you know, it's also got a really awesome poster that comes with it to go back to.
Nice.
The artwork is basically that big thing right there. But yeah, Gevura, Hallelujah on Profound Lore Records.
Gevura, friend to all children.
Yes. Yes, Rocket Turtle.
Yes. But I was gonna say before, with your, I forget who it was, the mostly white one.
Denouncement Pyre.
Denouncement Pyre. But I think it's fascinating that you said the poster that came with that is like a continuation of what is on there. That reminds me so much of when you would get something on cassette, and the picture on the cassette would sometimes be like a snippet of what the CD cover was.
Yeah.
And then the CD would be a snippet of what the album cover was.
Yeah, I remember seeing that. The first time I saw that was, well, I'm not proud to say this, but I had 9 Lives by Aerosmith on cassette.
I had that on CD.
And see, the CD is like the expanded art, and the tape just had like the little dog thing dancing that's like in the corner of the CD.
Oh, yeah.
So I remember seeing that, I was like, wait, that's the same album? I didn't like understand it as a kid.
Yeah. Yeah, the artwork was weird and censored to some degree.
Yeah.
because like it was like the cat-headed thing had breasts, and they're like,
Yeah, I can't have that.
no. My number one, which his artwork is most like an album as a CD, is The Impossible Kid by Aesop Rock. And finally, I get a chance to so this is the full cover. It's die cut.
Yeah, you get your nice die cut sleeve there. Yeah, that's cool. Get the logo cut around it too.
Yeah, you got the booklet, which is a
Fold-out poster.
Fold-out poster, which unfortunately, since it's a CD, it's got creases, and I don't really know how you're supposed to do that.
You go on the opposing side and just flatten them out. That's how I do all mine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I can show you.
Very sweet poster there.
Yeah, I would have had the posters for mine, but they are all currently up on the wall in my living room.
Oh, yeah. Comes with a sticker.
It's also a promo sticker.
Promo sticker. It's very interesting because, available on CD, double color vinyl, and digital MP3. I know. I have it. What the fuck? And I like the CD artwork. Is a Cyclops cat.
Oh wow.
So, why the fuck not? I love that. I love when the artwork incorporates the whole.
Yeah, sort of like
Andy the Door Bum is where the whole is just his open mouth.
Or the Hooray for Boobies album from Bloodhound Gang, where it's like it says like insert pinky finger in hole to simulate nipple. Because it's just like peach and then like a dark spot around the center.
But so man, where do I even start with Aesop Rock? This is by far the best Aesop Rock album I've ever heard from him.
Yeah, because I used to not really be into him. It was like stream of conscience as fuck. Like
a lot of the times,
and I like Dr. Octagon, so I can hang with the stream. But like, it was like he turned it up to fucking 20 on like, because what was the album that I had? None Shall Pass.
Oh yeah,
that was the only Aesop Rock album that I like gave a chance. I bought it just because I saw it like, oh, okay, it's on Eastern Conference and Def Jux. I'll like this. Then I put it in. It's like can't even follow this shit. This is insane. Yeah. He's a lot more digestible now.
Yeah.
He's still got really deep rhymes, but he's not spitting them out like so fast that it's like a fucking hip hop Tolstoy novel.
Yeah, his last album, Skeleton, is almost like a middle ground between None Shall Pass and Impossible Kid.
Mm-hmm.
It's getting there, but it's not quite there yet.
Mm-hmm.
I still really like it, but this one is. This is by far his most digestible and most easily accessible album, lyric-wise.
Which doesn't always mean bad, everybody.
No. Yeah. So, something I had realized recently listening to this album on its, 7th playthrough or whatever, is that it reminds me a lot of Stranger Things.
And there was some the video you sent me was Dorks. And that was a really cool video.
Yeah. Again, a lot of the songs on here have really cool... really creative music videos.
And the production, good god, the production was so good on Dorks. Like, that beat was fucking dope.
Yeah, the production the whole way through. Does it say? Doesn't say on the back who, because I guess it varied.
Yeah, I was about to say, there's probably definitely more than one producer on that.
Yeah. See, on the Beyonce one, executive producer, Beyonce.
Well, that's the executive producer.
Oh, okay.
I don't mean to bag on Beyonce, but she really has very little input with a lot of... I don't know if it does now, but I remember there was that meme that went around that was like the comparison of Bohemian Rhapsody to Single Ladies.
And how many writers it took?
Yeah, like the Single Ladies writers column was like longer than the entire credits for Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yeah. So in a lot of ways this reminded me of Stranger Things, which is interesting because it came out 2 months before the series. So it couldn't have been inspired by it. But
there's an alchemy reference in the way that, or maybe that just might be how it's spilled out. There's a symbol in alchemy. It's an inverted triangle with a line through it.
Oh, yeah, I don't know if that was intentional or not, but yeah, there you have that. It could have just decreased in size, but they left
it.
I
think that's why, because it tapers off. I like triangles. It's complete.
So, in this, some of the songs have music that even kind of sounds like music that you would hear in Stranger Things. There's themes that deal with youth and growing up, which is very much like the coming of age story of Stranger Things. The artwork here.
I noticed the artwork was
odd.
The artwork was
it's like monsters, and you got the Cyclops cat.
It almost looks like some Invader Zim shit. Like
Yeah.
the way the color schemes are. Like
Yeah, definitely the colors.
the high contrast neon and everything.
So the
Yeah,
song,
goddamn, it's like an Invader Zim steering wheel cover almost. Like
yeah.
it's like, goddamn, did you buy that at Hot Topic?
I was gonna say this looks like something you'd see in Hot Topic, but way cooler. So yeah, the song's like Rings on here. The chorus, they cut you down just to count your rings. And it's a song about like how he used to do things, but then he was like discouraged because he wasn't like the best at doing it. Like the first verse is how he used to draw, and the second verse is how he used to paint. But, you know, it's like people will critique you so much that, you know, they don't fucking really care. They just want to, you know, beat you down, basically. You know, it's easy to tear someone down as opposed to build someone up type things. A lot of years, two verses are stories about, like, seeing young people out in public and just being blown away by, like, the youth of today and just, like, how old he's getting.
I love that band.
Dorks kind of dabbles in that, too, but also there's a whole verse about how, like, he wants to throw shade to other rappers, but won't.
Yeah.
He's just like, I know things about your heroes that you wouldn't believe.
Yeah,
and he's like,
that.
I think we're all a bunch of freaks that want to belong and something like that. Like, I can't even run down all of these. Shrunk is, I think, a really important song, especially for today, because it's about seeing a shrink, so to speak, which I love more and more people trying to normalize the thought of seeking mental health. Another great song on here, Kirby, which follows Shrunk, is a song all about his cat. I think you'd really like that track. It's just talking about how he adopted a cat, and now his cat's fucking weird.
Oh, I was gonna think of like Pink Bubble person.
No,
inhaling
see, nope, not even. And again, it's just the last line in it is really, it's funny, but in another way, it's kind of shitting on him. It's like he's talking about how he spent all this money going to a psychologist or whatever, a psychiatrist, trying to like figure out, you know, trying to help for whatever, spending all this money on sessions and possibly even for medication, and nothing's working. When finally the psychiatrist is like, I don't know, maybe get a kitten. And that's just kind of like,
That's a segue into
yeah, it's
which is some advice that therapists will give
yeah.
to like give your life structure and a schedule will be to get a pet.
But it's an adorable song. Kirby is an adorable rap song about a cat.
Probably
And,
better than the Pink Floyd song about about Roger Waters' friend's dog.
Oh, Seamus?
Yeah. God, that song is terrible.
I never heard Seamus.
Oh, dude, it's terrible. I used to have metal.
Such a shameful thing, lost her head. Lined up dead.